All right, we're live. We'll be live here in a minute, just as soon as that goes live right there. Yeah, we're live. Hey, Henry McClure live. Julian Gomez right here in the studio today.
Hey,
Right
Henry.
here. Keep it right up there, baby. So
Well,
what have you been working on lately? How in the hell did we meet?
I mean, that was how was it?
I can't remember. I meet a lot of folk. Tiny houses?
Yeah, tiny houses.
But what was it that brought us together for the first meeting?
I was Fernando
So we met over that house on
because
Buchanan.
you were selling a lot. Remember? And we bought it.
Yeah, you bought. Okay, so it was all over the lot on Fillmore.
Yeah,
Are you under construction?
not yet. We got another one, and we changed the plans.
Okay. So I also came to Kansas City for that water feature project. Are you
Yeah.
still doing that?
Yes, I mean we're set up to do it, but it's kind of expensive work, and not everybody is has the money because these are very expensive
Just talk to
jobs.
rich people.
Yeah. Still, maybe haven't been able to reach all the rich people.
We just got to go knocking on doors, man.
Yeah, yeah. I've been doing several things, and
So let's say that I wanted to put up a model of your, like up in my rock there. How much would a small one cost just so we could show people? As a display.
if it was for you, we would just I don't know. Maybe we just pay the labor and the materials. Uh, it depends on the size.
So you think you want to get an office here?
No, no, not yet.
Oh, yeah. See, look, I was trying to make a deal.
No, not yet. And I don't.
Well, because
do
if I
much.
could rent you an office and you had the water feature,
Mm. Yeah, but that's not my best. That doesn't motivate me that much.
you like the house building.
Yes.
So I saw your videos. You're trying to build with styrofoam.
No, it's not styrofoam.
What is it? What are those panels?
This is a combination of concrete styrofoam. It's a mix in between that make the panels waterproof. It has the insulation and okay. The whole system is helping me to avoid the siding. I don't need siding for this. I don't need insulation. I don't need drywall. The same framing guy, framing crew will, when they put it together, it's gonna be ready for electrical. No, nobody else.
Okay,
Go
so
straight to electrical.
so can the carpenters that build with wood, can
Yeah,
they put your panels together?
yeah, because they won't be supporting anything. I mean, the framing will support the roof, and these panels will just wrap around.
So a friend of mine, Tyler Weibel,
Hmm.
is trying to get in the manufacturing business of these panels. Have you ever talked to Tyler about that?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, he has something different he wants to do.
Well,
Yeah.
so um, do you have a deal with the manufacturer, or where are you in the process of this project?
Right now in the process, we are going to we are waiting to res- on the middle of this month. They're gonna load a container with all the materials to start the same house model
So where is the container? I mean, where are they manufactured?
overseas.
What town?
What kind of
Are they
what kind?
Chinese?
Yes, Chinese.
Okay.
Yes.
So are the tariffs, are all these tariffs a concern to you?
Yes and no. Yes, because it will affect the cost,
Right?
and no, because it will affect everybody else, all the competition.
Yeah, okay.
You know.
Fair
So
enough.
you know, and because I'm skipping some trades that I don't use in the competition are using, so they still give me an advantage.
So I didn't, I probably need to spend a little more time watching your videos,
Hmm.
but like on the final coat, do they come with, do you use shotcrete to spray it on the styrofoam, or is one side, it looked like one side had the concrete on it and one
No,
side
no,
didn't.
no. They both have a finish, like looks. They look like tile on both sides,
Okay.
so it's ready to paint.
Well, what about, so did they have conduit already in the walls?
There is some no, you have to do it, but there's some tools that like those cutting saws for concrete
Yeah.
have one blade. This is a special one. They have 5 blades. So when it cuts the concrete, it make a inch and a half wide cuts and inch and a half deep for the conduits.
Okay.
You know,
So then how do you patch the,
with a mortar.
okay.
Mhm.
Now, can you get the concrete in different colors?
No, because it's only the finish is like a tile. It's like a one color. It's like gray color. But then you apply any type of paint on top of it.
Okay, how long will the paint last on that? Inside and out, or do you only paint the inside?
Both inside and outside. If you want to
Okay.
save money, you just paint. Like at this room, it has paint. How long will this paint last?
Hey, if you rent an office, I'll give you new paint.
So it depends. I mean, how often you want to change the paint,
Okay.
you know?
But
But it's gonna damage the same way that it's gonna damage on any material.
okay, I just didn't know how long the paint would adhere to concrete versus wood. What's the,
I don't see much difference. I mean,
okay.
yeah, it's just material. It's paint on,
Okay.
yeah.
So the first shipping container that's coming, are you going to use that on Fillmore?
No, this is gonna be a home model to show because a lot of people wants to see how it looks like. How it looks like. They want to walk inside.
Where's
They
that going
want
to
to
be?
touch it. Here in Eudora,
Oh, in Eudora.
yes,
Why'd you pick Eudora?
because we have a place there.
You had the land.
Yeah,
Is that going to be on
Fernando.
Fernando's
Yeah.
land
Mhm.
with the goats?
Yeah, he's gonna have the view to the goats.
Okay. Now, will he live in that, or it's just completely a model?
No, it's gonna be for display purposes.
Okay. What's the square footage of that one going to be?
250 square feet.
Oh, wow.
But
That's like
it's gonna have a bedroom, a kitchen, a bathroom. All it's gonna be ready for somebody to stay there. We can rent it like a
Airbnb.
Yeah, with a view to the goats.
Well, and it's a shame. I've been to his house. It's a
Mhm.
nice area,
Yeah.
but it's a shame that we don't put that somewhere
Well,
like a display model, maybe.
yeah, but we cannot because
Couldn't you put it on the? Wouldn't you have enough land on Fillmore?
nobody's gonna. We need to have control. Somebody has to be always there. We cannot just leave it alone. Then.
Well, what do you mean? Somebody's going to have to always be there.
No, that's a because that one will have a bigger house. This is gonna be for display purposes only.
Okay,
And that one
but
is gonna be
they
sold
have
sooner or later.
ADUs here. the accessory dwelling units
Mm-hmm.
by code.
Yeah,
You could
yeah, and there's several all over Kansas City metro area. There's many cities that allow it
okay.
up to
I come with
up
a
to 800 square feet.
I come to, my retail background makes me think,
Mm-hmm.
well, that's kind of an odd place to put your display model, hard to get to.
No, because people who wants to because people call us from everywhere.
Okay.
You know,
Well,
they come
I,
from Nebraska, Iowa.
I'm just trying to
Yeah.
figure out how to make a deal with you.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you know that.
Yeah, I mean, we try to not to save, not to spend more than we need to. So we have done the land there available. So why we do it anywhere else? And people call and say, "Where can I go?" They're willing to go anywhere
So, are you still doing the computer modeling?
all the time.
So, do you have a model of that
Yes,
unit? Is that in some of the videos you sent me?
yes, it is. No, not on those. It's another different one.
All right, well, send it to me and then I'll put it on my page.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's there. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll send it to you when I have signal. Yeah, that's what we're doing right now.
What about the idea of the tiny homes down
On
in
wheels.
Mexico?
On wheels.
How's that going?
We found out that there is more demand for the ADUs.
Okay.
You know, that's where people want to have something on foundation because if you have it on wheels, the market is not that big, and the ADUs is a lot of people needs them.
So let's focus back on the Chinese company. Just curious.
Hmm.
How did you build a relationship with these guys?
Because I've been like for 5 years using them for doors, mainly doors and windows.
Okay.
And I've been buying from them for a long time.
So then they've always had these panels, or is this something new they got into?
Oh no, I mean these are very popular in Asia. You know, a lot of countries are using them already. Even in Mexico, there are two companies that already manufacture these panels in Guadalajara and close to Mexico City. They spent like $300,000 to manufacture here. And
In the United States?
no, in Mexico, they're doing it in Mexico. They
So
make them in Mexico as well.
you mean the plant only costs $350?
The equipment.
The equipment.
Now you need to have the space and the building, and that's only the equipment. You might need maybe half a million to a million to maybe half a million to.
So why don't we bring a plant to Topeka? You'll be like a hero.
Can you write the check?
Not today, but I can. The nice thing about being a developer and a broker,
Hmm.
you just got to know the guy that can write the check.
Okay, if you find somebody who with half a million to invest there, I mean,
We ought to have a talk with Tyler about the
Mhm.
equipment and figure out how to put this together.
yeah,
Because what I like about the concrete homes is they're the ones that he's dealing with. They're like tornado shelters.
hmm
They're fireproof and hurricane proof.
yeah,
I mean, I think a direct hit from a tornado, anything might be a little tough. I'd
Mhm.
want to be underground.
yeah.
But
You better be underground.
yeah,
Yeah.
you ought to see my storm shelter at my house.
Hmm.
It's underneath the stairway. It's all brick. It's everywhere. Hey, we're turning the upstairs area into an art gallery.
Already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for Agape Village.
Hmm.
It'll look
That's
cool.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so what else? What else you want to talk about? What else you doing? You're
Well,
always working. You work crazy hours like me.
Everything is moving to the EDUs, because that's the main thing that everybody needs right now.
Our
And
planning department in Topeka spent a lot of time and thoughtful, and they did a really good job coming up with an ADU program.
mm-hmm.
It was like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
We're always bitching about them, because we always want everything
I have a website
today.
I have a website, tinyterrahomes.com, where I receive all the time. I receive people who wants to have their own, but they want to see.
Now, have you
See it built.
seen Topeka's thoughtful program that they put together?
No.
All right, well, I'll get it to you. They spent a
Okay.
lot of time and energy on it,
Okay.
and maybe we can get some models.
Okay. So what are they doing?
Well, they just the planning department made the plan,
Mm-hmm.
so now it's up to us. They've done their part
It's up to us
to build them.
to build it.
Yeah.
What are the requirements, or what do they?
Well, that's what I'm going to get you.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to put a steakhouse next to Pilot Auto Plaza or Truck Plaza in Emporia,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to get some multi-family units over in Gardner, and me, I'm more of a retail commercial guy, developer,
Okay. I see.
broker, and I got a place to live, so right now I don't have a big need,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to sell land. I took that land over there on the evening side, and we got it platted.
Mm-hmm.
We're working on it, and we've got 6 lots. I'd put up one of my lots if you wanted to build a house on it, not just an ADU.
Well,
If you want to build one of
we
your
need
concrete houses,
I mean, once we have the home model built, I think there's gonna be a lot of potential to build everywhere.
well, you've got a really nice.
Because I have the people looking for them. They just want to come when it's already built, so to give us the deposit.
You've got that nice lot over in Summerfield,
Yeah,
and I like your design. You've got a design that would fit right into that hill.
yeah,
I mean, why don't you build one there? That's a cool design.
because we need to go first where.
We need to sell it first.
Yeah.
That's what my friend Dana K. Anderson always said. He goes, I used to be in the home building business, and I needed to be in the home selling business.
Mm-hmm.
But we've got a lot of talented residential real estate people in this community.
Yeah, there's a lot of competition.
Yeah. There's some really good ones.
That's why
Competition keeps you sharp.
That's why my idea is to do things different, so I'm being more flexible on pricing. That's the idea
On your pricing.
on my pricing.
Yeah.
Yes.
You do fine with English. You were worried about being on the show. You do fine. I mean, you feel comfortable, don't you?
Yeah, because I'm not looking at the camera. I've been ignoring the camera.
Yeah, I know. I took I've been changing the studio around. I got to get it. I got to get it relocated.
Because most of the time I'm just a listener. I like to listen, not to talk.
Well, you got to be a front man for all your good ideas. I mean,
I have.
Look, one of the best things that I've liked that you've been able to produce is the 3D models for subdivisions.
Yeah, I have people that I work with. They are the salespeople. They are the talkers. I'm the one putting together.
You're the idea man.
Everything they need to sell.
Yeah.
That's my main job, to put together things for the salespeople who go talk to them.
And see, what I want to do is I want to take all those lots up in on Rochester Road,
Mm-hmm.
and do the single family homes on the other side, on the west side of Rochester.
Okay.
We've got some people looking at the duplexes, but I want to do all single affordable housing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because it's perfect right by the Dillons and Walmart.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where you want to have affordable housing.
Mm-hmm.
Another place you want to have affordable housing is out there on the plantation. You know, the Target, the jobs they created for the working poor. You know, Target, Home Depot, Bimbo Bakery. That's where you need affordable housing out there.
I think there's a lot of people who wants to buy, but they just want to see what the developers are offering, because if they see that the same thing that the developers are offering and price is too expensive, prices are too high. So I think that's why I see a lot of opportunity, a lot of potential for what I'm doing.
Well, here's what's interesting too. I have a friend of mine that Tyler works with that wants to build 30 units a month. He wants to either buy or build 30 units a month and then sell them all back on contract for deed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's how big the housing, there's a huge housing shortage out there.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, so I think you've got some opportunity here.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was worth it having people get to know you and say hi.
That's good.
All right. Well, so
Thank you for inviting me.
yeah. Well, is there anything else you want to say in closing? Feel like we're at a kind of a point where we can segue into.
Well, let's see somebody who is ready to invest some money on the
So how
affordable
much are you?
housing.
How much are you trying to raise?
Right now, it's my first step is to raise up to $150,000
Okay.
to get the project ready for mass construction. You know, because I can even sell it as a kit, like a do it yourself.
To who?
DIY. Because you can get the panels together, sell them with the plants, and
Who
anyway.
would want to build their own house? I couldn't do it.
Oh no, well, it won't be for you.
Hell, I
That's
can
what
change.
there's a lot of people who wants to do it themselves, you know, and
Okay.
because it won't.
Do you know that in the day you could buy a house from Sears on the
If
Sears catalog,
you
and
need
a house would be delivered to
no
you?
no no no
1900.
no, it's not the same. It's not the same. These houses will be to last 100 years, not from Home Depot or they already made.
So I invested in Boxable.
How long you been waiting?
No, I bought their stock.
You bought the stuff, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Well, I asked the planning department if they would let Boxables be built here. All right. Well, if Topeka will let them do it,
Mm-hmm.
then I'll buy stock.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's a waiting list like for 2-3 years waiting for your house to arrive.
Well, they opened up a plant in Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
and a friend of mine, Charlie Moore, I used to work with at the Macerich Company.
Yeah.
A friend of his did the first lease, and then they opened up a whole nother plant, and
Mm-hmm.
so Boxable's coming online.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So, but I kind of like that because it just unfolds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Elon Musk, I think, lives in a Boxable.
Yeah, they do it for marketing purposes.
Yeah, why not?
I'm gonna live in one or two.
You
One
did?
of mine, yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the best way to sell it. You believe
Yep.
in it.
Correct.
You live in it.
Mm-hmm.
I took advantage of a program where they had the foresight to say, "Hey, we're going to let you take commercial buildings and turn them into homes. That's what Tyler did.
Mm-hmm.
And I signed a 20-year lease with him. I'm looking for some land. I want to find some land. You know what I want to live in?
Where?
A barn-dominium.
Okay.
I also am talking to Rick Farrant. He's got some. He's got a golf course that he's going to renovate, and I got to sit down with him when I make a little money, and because I think he's got 5 or 6 lots or $300,000 each, but you'd have a couple of golf holes on your property,
Mm-hmm.
or he may make it to where the whole golf course works, and your house is just like on the golf course.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of fluid. But if it was a full blown golf course, you could do Airbnb.
I see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you could. I think your idea is spot on with the AUDs, and I think the concrete. We went out to California to meet the lady that had the concrete plant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she was like, she said she had the patent, and so she showed us a house that was out of her product, and it was actually one of the neatest houses I've ever been in, ever. I didn't get to go in it. His wife, the guy's, his name was David Bassett, and he's a music producer, songwriter.
Okay.
And his wife wasn't feeling good. She didn't want to entertain. And so, fine. But we walked around the property outside. It's off-grid, has the solar panels, propane, and it was actually one of the nicest houses I've ever been in. I'll put a link to that.
I saw your video.
Oh, yeah.
I did saw it.
Yeah.
I watch it. Mhm. Yeah. It looks nice.
Well, yeah, and we can get all your stuff up on my YouTube channel too. I'm getting my YouTube channel's actually growing a lot.
Yeah.
And we can put the links on my Facebook page. Happy to help you.
Thank you very much.
Well, yeah, I mean, I want to rent office space to you. Got to make you successful.
Yeah.
Well, I like that lot you've got in Summerfield.
Yes.
Yeah, build a house on it with your modeling.
Well, there is another plan for that, and I think it's gonna be put soon.
All
Very
right.
soon, yeah.
All right.
But the model is gonna be on the other side.
Hey, if you want to call in real quick and talk to Julian, we'll take some calls if you want to. You up for that? If somebody calls in, says hello.
I
don't know
can
what
say
happened
hello.
I don't know why. I mean, there we are.
Yeah.
So in the new studio, I've got a whiteboard behind me, and I'm also going to get. The background is going to be this project I'm working in Emporia.
Yeah.
So all right,
Okay.
I'm running out of stuff. We wing it here at we're in the Glass Houses studio, which is part of the Ryan Mowinkle empire of commercial real estate. And Julian Gomez is my guest today, and we'll leave his contact information on the bottom of this. And if you're interested in one of his ADUs or some of his other products, I love the water features,
Mm-hmm.
but
They're
you
nice.
got to have the bucks.
Yeah.
Like what's like a modest water? I mean, I looked at the ones at the casino, which were huge money. At the pool,
I think that one in the casino, but I know the guy who did it, but he was the subcontractor.
wasn't it 250,000?
How much?
Wasn't it 250,000?
No,
More than that?
No, he didn't charge that much.
Oh, okay. Because I thought he was in Kansas City at your demonstration.
No, yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
But he did one here at the in the casino, but he didn't charge much. I don't know why.
Oh, 50
They
grand?
50 or 80, 50, 80, I don't know. But that's very
I
expensive.
usually never forget numbers.
That's very expensive.
Yeah, that one up the pool is awesome.
Yeah. I wonder how much the general contractor charged.
Yeah, and that's where I thought,
Because,
that's where I got the 250
yeah,
from the GC.
250 makes more sense.
Yeah.
And yeah. Hmm.
I'm always trying to get numbers out of people.
Yeah,
I like to know stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Okay.
you ought to see these water features. Do you have a website for your water features?
Yeah, everything is on scapesart.com.
All right. Well, we'll leave some treats below this
Hmm.
so you can follow up on our stuff.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you, Henry McClure Live. We're going to close it down for today. Let's get some applause. And I want to thank Julian for being on the show today. Y'all have a good one.